Welcome to Skybriedge, your front row seat to the world's most gripping stories. We spotlight the bold, the bizarre, and the breaking, from high-stakes criminal cases and shifting political tides to the whispers behind celeb scandals. Nothing slips past us. This channel isn't just about reporting the news, it's about decoding it with edge, insight, and a touch of attitude. Real talk, real issues, real time. Subscribe and step into the news.
Gerald Jacobs' office, after receiving this docket as part of the investigation, they were approached by IDAC requesting that they hand over those case dockets of Gauteng in the main, and Gerald Jacobs refused to hand over the dockets. And they then, IDAC, wrote to a head of crime detection in the police, it is Lieutenant General Sentumul. They wrote to her requesting the dockets. And she then contacted Gerald Jacobs and asked Gerald Jacobs to release the dockets to IDAC. Now, IDAC is led by an individual, and it is an entity of the NPA as a prosecution. The inspectorate, the detective services is led by individuals, which is part of the South African Police Service as a department which is led by the Nhlanhla Commission. But the correspondence from the NPA to the police does not include the people in charge of the two entities. It includes the head of IDAC and the head of investigation. So the correspondence between the two and the authority is granted by the police detectives and instructing inspectorate to release the docket, and then dockets were then taken by IDAC. To date, those dockets are sitting with IDAC.
I see in your state.
I'm just surprised that there would have been this much effort, this much laborious activity, all of it stemming from a non-complaint by Adams MP. I mean, with that one-liner in respect of the one category of dockets, and then another one-liner in respect of the second category of dockets, and then there's this much activity and effort. In fact, it just does not make sense that the Inspectorate of SAPS should have been required to even give a report. Of course, I'm just expressing a view based purely on the fact that what initiated all of this was a non-complaint. It's totally not substantiated. So what the Chief of Staff, or what he refers to as the ministry, what they should have done was to go back to Adams MP and ask for specificity before all of this laborious activity was then engaged in. Do you want to comment on that, General?
Commissioner, my comment might be to some degree perhaps being biased, because I'm the one that is combing through all what is happening. Perhaps I must indicate to the Commissioner that what led us to able to comb through all this what has transpired is in two phases. One is information I get through my sources within IDAC that there is activities that are happening with IDAC that are not in line with what the purpose of the formation of the entity is. And that there are two structures within IDAC there's a good structure that deals with the Zondo Commission, and there's another structure that is malicious, that is used as a weapon to further disrupt the criminal justice system operations. So I get that through my sources within IDAC. That's on one. That's how I was able to get this letter. It's not a letter that was given to me on request from the Chief of Staff. No, I got it through the sources. And the Chief of Staff cannot deny it, or the Minister cannot deny it, because it's got his signature. It's a legitimate letter. IDAC has that because they call for the docket informed by this letter, so they can't deny the letter. It's a picture that we started picking up. That is on one side through the information. But secondly, Commissioner, when we see the disruption of the investigation of the Gauteng counterintelligence operations, we then begin to ask ourselves why this is happening. What is much talked about in the media that is not known is the arrest of Gerald Khumalo. So we have this arrest. When this arrest happens, it literally means this project must stop. This investigation of this organized crime must stop immediately because the people are arrested. We start investigating out.
Sorry. What? I hope I've not muted. I hope I've not muted.
No, I didn't.
Just, can we still hear the general, all of us?
Yeah, I can hear
at
you.
the back there. Okay. Before you continue, General, I just want to say that, of course, it's early days. My comment about a non-complaint should not be taken as final. I do not know whether the Chief of Staff of the Minister will be called as a witness, nor do I know whether Adams MP will be called as a witness. Maybe the MP will be able to explain why his complaint was indeed a complaint. And also the Chief of Staff may be able to explain why he considered what I've referred to as a non-complaint to be a complaint. So it is early days, but as presently advised, I just see it as a non-complaint. So until and unless it does get explained, to me it looks like a non-complaint at this stage. My co-commissioner wants to say something.
Sure. Thank you. Ms. Silla, maybe I should have asked this some steps back.
Yes.
Just to clarify my confusion. The complaint we are talking about, I just want to make sure we're not speaking at cross purposes. There is a complaint by, as I understand it, there's a complaint by MP Adams, which is about dockets being intercepted.
Yes.
But there's also the substantive complaint, the allegations that he's making about the use of the funds of the task team, about the employment, nepotism, and, right? So there are those two different things. So were we speaking...
Except if I may make a correction, I don't, it's... No, maybe I may not interject.
Yeah, keep in mind it's me.
If this story hit home, help us hit harder. Subscribe to Skybriedge for more investigations that demand answers. Drop a comment, tap super thanks to fuel the next expose. Want to go deeper? Join the channel for just 14 rands per month. Cancel anytime. Your support powers the journalism others won't touch. This isn't just content, it's a call to action. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. Bye.